What up, what up, what up, what up? Happy Saturday. Today is a special Saturday show. Welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm your host, the man with the plan with the cleanest ways in all the land, Spivey. I got a couple of things I just want to get into today on this Saturday. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. To start it off. We're going to get this started off real quick. Talk about these the Cavs and the firing of JB Bickerstaff. This is a tough one for me. This is a tough one because I feel like JB Bickerstaff didn't do a horrible job as the coach of the Cavaliers every season since he took over for Jim. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Boeheim. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Excuse me if I'm not. But since taking over for there, the Cavs have been better each year by year. Last year, making it to go back at least 4 years, 3 or 4 years, we made it to the play-in tournament, but eventually losing that due to the fact we had a couple of injuries on the team that year as well. We lost the play-in tournament the year after that, which was last year. We make it to the first round of the playoffs, being knocked off by the Knicks in a grueling battle last year. Then this year we make it to the second round of the playoffs after beating the Orlando Magic in the first round to get eliminated by the Boston Celtics in 5-1. Now there's been a lot of chatter going on in Cleveland as far as the reasons of why JB Bickerstaff has been fired. But the one I'm hearing most is that he and Donovan Mitchell was not getting along. Now, unless it was all behind closed doors, I didn't see nothing like far as watching the games or looking on the sidelines at Coach Bickerstaff and Donovan Mitchell like it was any animosity or any, bad blood per se between them two. It had to be behind closed doors. I don't know what the issue was. We have yet to hear from Donovan Mitchell about this or JB Bickerstaff, if it is even true. We don't know if it's true. These are just reports for what I'm hearing. But there's always two sides to every story. You go back and look at these year's playoffs. Was it some questionable moments for JB Bickerstaff? Yeah, it was, as far as like the rotation wise, the timeout wise, not playing this person, should be playing this person instead of this person, et cetera, et cetera. Even last year, the way that the Knicks did his in last year in the first round of the playoffs. But overall, with that being said, I think JB Bickerstaff, excuse me, people got to look at the fact this year we started out the season with injuries. We still got through it. We still made the playoffs. Going into the playoffs, Donovan Mitchell was already playing hobble. He was playing hobble since like the tail end of last season with a knee injury. He wasn't the same really after the All-Star break. Points per game went down. Shot attempts went down. Field goal percentage went down in the second half of the season. And then in the playoffs this year, Jared Allen missed the final 4 games of the Orlando Magic series. He didn't play at all in the Boston series. Donovan Mitchell missed the last 2 games of the Celtics series, which I feel like if we had both of them, we might have had a chance to beat them, to beat the Boston Celtics. Just my opinion. Some may say I'm being biased because I'm a Cavs fan, but that's just how I really feel. I really feel like if we had them two on the court, then we could have made it more of a competitive series with the Boston Celtics. So we lose that series, and then you start hearing other rumblings as far as the Darius Garland situation. If the Cavs re-signed Mitchell, he wanted to be out of Cleveland. JB Bickerstaff was unsure about his future in Cleveland, which, again, I feel like he did a tremendous job. And then we get the news 2 days ago that JB Bickerstaff had been fired as Cavaliers head coach. And then that's when I heard it was because of him and Donovan Mitchell not really getting along. So with that being said, what's next for the Cavs? Head coach wise, personnel wise, there's a lot of things that the Cavs got to start looking into or getting together this offseason. Starting with signing Donovan Mitchell to that extension. Hopefully he accept it. He said he's happy in Cleveland. I believe he's happy in Cleveland. I wonder, was he a part of, or did they even have a conversation with Donovan Mitchell about firing JB Bickerstaff and how he felt about that? And then coach-wise, now I don't know who is really out there coaching-wise that the Cavs can look at. You got, let me see, let me look at some assistants. You got the Sam Cassell's of the world. I like Sam Cassell. Been in the league or part of the league for a long period of time. Been an assistant for a long period of time. He know the game of basketball. He's very smart. I'm gonna just say his name anyway because he's been thrown out there as far as coaching. But I don't see the Cavs making that hire at all, which would be a JJ Redick. Just want to say his name. You could say honorable mention. You got, I like, even though the Timberwolves are down right now 0-2, they're mentioning their head coach. I like what the assistant head coach is doing. He's been an extension of the head coach. To me, he's doing a good job over there in Minnesota in place of the Timberwolves head coach. But other than that, I really don't see what coaches out there that's really intriguing that could really, because to my understanding, this coaching move is being made because a new voice needed also. And to see a coach that could take the Cavs past the second round, at least the Eastern Conference, and hopefully the illustrious championship round, the NBA Finals. But I can't think of a coach right now off the top of my head that really stands out to me that could come get the job done here. And not knocking any of the coaches out there that's available, but I just don't know. I got to do more research on that as far as the coaches. But Kobe Altman got a real I don't want to say problem, but he got a lot of things he need to take care of and get done for the Cavaliers this offseason. But yeah, JB, I'm not too keen in that, not too fond of that. I like JB Bickerstaff, man. I just wish he could have at least got one more year. Now, if we didn't make it past the second round next year, then okay, then you can think about it. If our season was worse next year than it is this year, then you can go ahead and do what you need to do. But I like JB Bickerstaff. I just hope the next coach they get is a coach that's, if you want to say, better than Bickerstaff. I don't want to bring in nobody that's a rookie head coach that need top veteran assistant coaches on their staff to somewhat be successful. I don't want to see that. I want to see a well-established coach that been a part of the NBA for a while to coach the Cavaliers. So we'll see what's going on. Kobe Altman, you got your hands full. You let him go. Now let's get the job done. Bring in a coach that can develop, especially the young talent like Evan Mobley. I feel like Evan Mobley should have been in a way better position and a higher level this year than it was last year. We had and still do have high expectations for Evan Mobley, and I believe Evan Mobley can deliver what we need for him to deliver. I just think he just needs the right coach around him. So, Kobe, let's get it done. Let's get it done, Kobe Altman. But yeah, JB Bickerstaff fired as the Cavaliers head coach. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all like it, dislike it. Give me y'all thoughts on that. Moving on. Tonight is a big game for the Indiana Pacers. Down 0-2 going back home against the Boston Celtics. Coming to this series, I thought also without Tyrese Halliburton tonight, which is a big blow for the Indiana Pacers. Coming to the series, I really did think that, and it has been so far. It has been so far. A couple of miscues here and there from the Pacers. Like game one, they felt like they had that, which they did. They gave with the big three to Jaylen Brown in the corner. Pascal Siakam didn't want to foul. Jaylen Brown hit it, and then in overtime, Jason Tatum took over. A couple of turnovers by the Pacers in game one, which, they end up losing, which they had a great chance of winning, which they know they gave that game away. Game two as well. Tyrese Halliburton ended up getting hurt that game with a hamstring injury. As I just stated, he's out for tonight's game 3, a pivotal big game 3 for the Indiana Pacers. So again, coming to the series, I thought, it was going to be one of those series up and down, running up and down, which it has been. I did get the Pacers a chance to win. I did say it was going to go. Well, let me not say gave them a chance to win. I did say it was going to go 6. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers have taken 7. But I would be surprised if they snuck it out in 7. But I wouldn't have been surprised if it went 7 just by the way the Pacers played. Again, they're one of the highest scoring teams in the NBA. They got an all-star caliber point guard in Tyrese Halliburton, forward Pascal Siakam, center Miles Turner, a young player as Shepard coming off the bench. So they have a good rock. TJ McConnell, who comes, what you're going to get out of him night in and night out anytime he hit the court. But now without a Tyrese Halliburton for tonight's game, I was going to take the Pacers to win game 3 at home. Crowd going to be real into it. But then hearing the news of Tyrese Halliburton not playing changed my mind, and I'm going to have to go with the Celtics to win this game. And if the Celtics win this game, then you might as well call it a sweep. I don't think the Pacers will win the game if Boston somehow win this game tonight, which I am taking Boston to win. And tough task for Indiana, man. Tough task. But yeah, Pacers must win tonight. I think what they need to do, or what they could do to try to help themselves tonight, is they might have to go to a lot of zones on the defensive end to try to take away some of the Celtics 3-point shot. It's a lot. it's a lot. But starting on the defense end, they gotta play rugged. They gotta get the 50-50 balls. They gotta make it tough for the Celtics, especially Jaylen Brown, who killed them last game for 40 and had 28 the game before that. Jason Tatum had a 36-point game. Not so much of a big game the last game because it was all Jaylen Brown, but at any given time, Jason Tatum can erupt, whether he at home on the road. And Boston also played better on the road in the playoffs than they do at home. I think they had one of the worst records in the NBA in the past 3-4 seasons as far as home record in the playoffs. You would think it would be different from home in a way. They would have a bad away record, but a good home record. But never the case. That's completely opposite in this situation. So it's going to be a tough task for the Pacers. Pascal Siakam, you got a ball tonight. You got to put up 23-plus points, 25 points for real. Miles Turner, you cannot have the type of game you had last game. You cannot get in foul trouble early. You got to play smart, play with more discipline, and hit the shots you wasn't making last game. The easy, layup shots, the baby hook shots. If you got the open 3-point shot, take it. You've been shooting well from beyond the arc this postseason. So just continue to shoot the ball well and just most importantly stay out of foul trouble. Nembhard has to have a good game. I spoke about TJ McConnell, whom I think is going to play well. He played well every time he hit the floor, but Nembhard has to have a big game. Naismith has to have a big game. Obi Toppin got to come off the bench and contribute big. All this in the absence of Tyrese Halliburton, and you at home crowd behind you. You got to get it going. Don't turn the ball over. Continue to run. Play your style of play. Run the ball. Get up and down the court. Put the pressure on the Celtics defensively after they score. Because a good team like the Celtics that has a good defense, you want to keep them off balance. You don't want them to be able to set up on defense and allow them to create problems for the opposing team offensively. So Indiana, you got to get out. You got to run, whether it's on a make, a miss. Next man up. Just got to play as a team. Rick Carlisle is a great coach, a championship coach. So I'm pretty sure he got the team prepared for this game without Tyrese Halliburton. So we'll just see how it go. I don't expect it to be a real high scoring game because of the absence of Tyrese Halliburton, but I do expect for Indiana, especially at home. I will assume by them being at home, they're going to come out, feed to the home crowd, and play some good basketball and get this W tonight. Must win for the Pacers tonight. I believe the game come on 8:30. I believe the game come on 8:30. Indiana, let's go, man. Let's go. I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And Boston, y'all, nothing. I'm not. Y'all, the Celtics are getting real. Like they done had an easy way. That's another reason why I like when wanted the Celtics to play the Knicks, because I feel like now the Celtics have had a real easy pathway to the NBA Finals, sweeping. I mean, beating Miami. As my man Blaze always put it, Miami had a lot of injuries. Jimmy Butler went down. He did play in the playoff. Terry Rozier was out. Duncan Robinson won 100%. Hawkins Jr. ended up getting hurt. So it was a lot of injuries, and Boston took advantage of that and ended up winning that series. And then, like I said, against Cleveland, no Jared Allen for the whole series. And then Donovan Mitchell, we missed him for the last 2-3 games, whatever it was for the series. And now this series, they're going against the Indiana Pacers team with an injured Tyrese Halliburton, who's not playing tonight. So, again, that's why I wanted them to play the Knicks. Right now, it's just too easy for the Celtics. Don't want to mess around and have to get to the finals or play either a Dallas team, when we're going to talk about in a hot second, a Dallas team that's just playing extremely good basketball, or even a Minnesota team come out the West and they can come back and win that series. So Boston, y'all getting away with a lot of y'all got it easy this year in the playoffs in the first round. What's going on, Cuzzo?
What's going on? It's a little loud where I'm at, man. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go back on mute. Give me 2 seconds. 312. What's that? 6,000. Right.
Hold on, y'all. Give me a hot second. All right. Moving forward. I just touched on it a little bit about Luka and the Mavericks. Possibly could be on their way to the NBA Finals to probably see the Boston Celtics. Last night, Luka and the Mavs went up 2-0 on a game with a 3-pointer by Luka Doncic to send the Mavericks up 2-0 and back home to Dallas. Now, a lot of people, I've been hearing all day today. Got a couple of text messages saying this is sweep, it's over with. It ain't over with, nor do I think it's going to be a sweep. I think Minnesota, they don't have a choice but to do what happened last series. Last series, Minnesota went into Denver, won the first 2 games. Denver had the home court advantage. Denver came back to Minnesota and ended up winning them 2 in Minnesota. This series, Minnesota home court. Dallas goes into Minnesota, win the first 2 games. Now, Minnesota don't have a choice but to go to Dallas and win the next 2 games, even if the series, to bring it back to Minnesota. I think it's capable of being done. A lot of people think it's over. I'm not one to say it's over or think that it's over. Although Dallas right now, ever since the trade, at the trade deadline, bringing in Gafford and PJ Washington, their defense have got much better under Jason Kidd. And then Luka and Kyrie now really understanding each other on how to play with each other while they're both on the court. And then, who got the high hand, they going with it, who don't. It is what it is. But I also like Minnesota. You can't count on Minnesota. You got the Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, 4 times Defensive Player of the Year. Karl Anthony Towns, Jaden McDaniels, of course, Ant-Man. When you got Kyrie and Luka, Karl Anthony Towns, you got to give me more than what you're giving me. You got to do more. You can't be out here in foul trouble every game playing wild, playing reckless. You got to give me more. You got to shoot more efficient on the court. You got to give me more rebounds. You got to give me a better defensive effort. Got to stay on the floor. Rudy Gobert, just give me what you need to give me. Give me your boards. Play tremendous defense. Ant-Man, I don't know. I don't know if he's gassed by, the likes of checking Kyrie Irving, and a lot of people are saying this is what Ant-Man asked for. I don't think he really asked for it. If I'm not mistaken, what he said was, in the next round we're going against Dallas. So I guess I'll be checking Kyrie. I'm up to the challenge or whatever it was. I didn't hear him necessarily say, "Oh, I want Kyrie," but nevertheless, he coach and staff got to come up with a better way of getting. You can start off the game checking him, Ant-Man. You can start off the game checking Kyrie Irving, but at some point in time during the game to conserve you, kind of like how LeBron been doing the past couple seasons with him. Early in his career, he played on both ends of the floor, defensive, offense. But then on the latter stage of his career, he started picking the spots as far as defense where he need to really be aggressive to save his energy for the offensive end. That's how I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now. You can start off the game checking Kyrie, but at some point in time, the coaching staff got to put you in a better position to where you can go out there and give them what you give them as far as point wise, the 25, the 26. That man shooting the past 3 games, shooting 17 of 39 from the field, 49 from the field. That's unacceptable from your star player. And if you're going to have that coming from the star player, and then your other star players like Karl Anthony Towns of the world got to step it up. You got to step it up, Cat. You got to step it up. What's going on, Cuzzo? You back?
I'm back. Sorry for the delay, y'all. I was been at a cookout, so I had to make a store run. But anywho, man, you hit the nail right on the nose, man. Cat got to step up. I didn't see. Well, I heard because they interviewed Kyrie, Charles Barkley, and them, and he said he was at home when he heard Ant-Man say, he was guarding Kyrie and he was up for the challenge, or he kind of called out Kyrie. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's gamesmanship, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gamesmanship, and uh, I I do believe he bit off more than he could chew, but I mean that's what the matchup called for, right? Him against Kyrie, and he's tired. Ant-Man could put up 35 to 50 points, but not running around chasing Kyrie all night.
Now, when you say he asked for it, what did you mean by that? Because again, I didn't necessarily hear Ant-Man say, "Oh, I want Kyrie," in this series.
No, I'm just saying I saw the interview with Charles Barkley and them, and they kind of mentioned it. They asked Kyrie where was he at when, was he at home when the Timberwolves won, and was he watching when that Ant-Man interview, when he said I guess he said it's something about, he'll be matched up against Kyrie, or that was a matchup he was looking forward to or whatnot. Regardless of the fact, it's still gamesmanship. And if he said it or not, it's definitely a matchup that everybody else would be looking forward to.
Right.
Because who else on the Timberwolves gonna guard Kyrie?
Ain't nobody in the league guard Kyrie. For real.
Luka had good Rudy on skates last night for that game-winning 3.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, they in trouble. If they don't go to Dallas and steal one. I don't think Dallas is the team that'll get cocky and think that it's over with already. I think they know what type of team that Minnesota is. They are resilient. Minnesota might steal one. But I do expect Dallas to try to protect home court at least by winning 1, if not 2 games. If they win 2, then that's the sweep.
I don't see no sweep, man. I again, and then you look at the 2 games in Minnesota, it wasn't like that Dallas beat
Dallas didn't blow them out.
I don't even think Dallas beat them You look at the game last night. First of all, it should have been a foul call on Kyrie Irving, on Jaden McDaniels line. That would have put him at the free throw line and really iced the game. And then the Timberwolves, just like you said, I wouldn't have had Rudy Gobert out there in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they coming down, they need a, you know, they gonna shoot a three. You know,
right.
Luka, Kyrie, they gonna try to end it. They're not trying to go to overtime. So
Right.
I wouldn't even have Rudy Gobert out there in that situation. I probably would have went smaller to put more speed out there. Even though Luka plays slow, he faster than Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, but I McDaniels was guarding Luka part of the night, and I thought he did reasonably well.
I think what happened was they came with some type of switch, a pick, or whatever.
They did.
They ended up
They did.
Rudy
because
Gobert
they thought Kyrie was gonna get that inbound, and Luka got the inbound, and then they switched. They switched off the inbound play in order to give Rudy Gobert on Luka, but Luka had that boy on skates. Everybody knew Luka was going for that three.
Yeah, I think Luka knew once that play developed and happened, and he ended up seeing that mismatch on Gobert. I think Luka knew then. We're not going to overtime. Either we go win it or we go lose it. But we're not about to play no overtime game. We're not about to play no overtime game. And he hit the three, and bam, Dallas won by 1 point, up 2-0. But I do think Minnesota. One thing I can say about them this whole season is when their backs was against the walls, which wasn't that much this season, even in the postseason. They responded very, very, very well. They did in the regular season, and then they did it in the last series against Denver.
Correct.
So I think Minnesota is very capable of going to Dallas and sneaking out one, if not two games, to get the series back tied 2-2. I don't think it's gonna be a sweep. You know, a lot of y'all think it's going. I got y'all text messages this morning when I finally seen them. They're in trouble, about to be a sweep. And now I don't think it's gonna be no sweep. I think Minnesota could go to Dallas and win too. Bring it back to Minnesota's tied 2-2. So we'll see. We'll see. Lucas
Boston gonna be at home chilling.
Yeah, but see, Boston, man, you know Tyrese Halliburton ain't playing tonight either.
Oh, it's over with.
Yeah, man, and I just got done saying, okay, that's why I wanted, but I can't say that because the Knicks end up getting hurt. But yeah, I think Boston had an easy cakewalk to the finals this year. Every team they played, they was missing players due to injuries. Miami was missing Butler, Rozier. Duncan Robinson wasn't 100%. Tyler Hero was MIA. Then Jaquez Jr. ended up getting hurt. And then you come in second round against Cleveland. No Jared Allen for the whole series. Then Donovan Mitchell ended up missing the last 2-3 games.
Yeah.
And then now look at this series. Tyrese Halliburton out. You know what I'm saying? So Boston been having a real easy way to the finals, man. But yeah, Boston about to do it, man. I was gonna take Indiana tonight until the news about Halliburton came out, but Boston gonna end up winning that tonight. Before I move on,
I think no matter, because Boston has such an easy path, or let's say a less competitive path to the finals.
Right.
I think they get knocked in the finals, either by Dallas or Minnesota, because let's face it, you got Dallas with Kyrie and Luka. Who they matching up with over there?
In Boston?
Yeah, who matching up with Luka over there? You gonna put Al Horford on Luka?
No, they're not gonna do that.
Okay, so
I think if Boston was to match up against Dallas, you definitely gonna see either a Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown on Luka, or hell, maybe even Derek White for real. Don't underestimate Derek White defense. He can make it tough for Luka. He can make it tough for him.
Well, him making it tough for Luka won't allow him to be a scoring threat.
Who?
Because he's gonna be too tired.
Who, Derek White?
Yeah, so now you limit him to his points, because he doing a hell of a job trying to guard Luka, and now So he not scoring all like that. Is Jason Tatum gonna take over? Is Jalen Brown? I mean, what's Drew Holiday? Them your three main scorers over there.
Yeah.
Al Horford might get you 10 and maybe 10 rebounds.
So
But I don't think Boston wins the finals uh against Dallas.
okay.
If Minnesota make it out against Dallas, I really don't think Boston.
Now I can ask you the same thing. Who Dallas have to check Jason Tatum?
Mm. Uh, okay. Dallas, you got Kyrie, you got Luka. I
And
can't remember. I can't remember
Jalen
that
Brown.
guy name. But anywho, they Dallas gonna be ready for him.
I think Boston will be ready for them too.
Who gonna stop Kyrie?
Again, like I told you, ain't nobody stopping Kyrie. But what I would say is this: Kyrie, you look at these year playoffs. Kyrie had maybe what 2 or 3 good games for real, where he
Yeah,
just erupted. I think I
yeah,
think I think Boston had the bodies, especially the guards and Drew Holiday, Derek White. Uh, old boy come off the bench and play bulldog type defense. Really irritant. Peyton Pritchard. I think they have bodies they can throw at Kyrie Irving, different bodies that'll make it difficult for hell even Luca too. But of course they're gonna get there. Kyrie gonna get you not go completely. Only person who can shut Kyrie down is Kyrie.
right,
Only person who can shut Luca down is Luca. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But I think the matchup is gonna be very interesting because you bring up Luca and Kyrie, and like I said, the same thing for Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? And then you still got to worry about Derek White. He could go off at any given time, as we said.
Right.
Uh, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, both teams got a good team. But I think if they was to end up meeting in the finals, I think what's going to be the difference in that is the bench play and the role play of players like P.J. Washington, uh, uh, P.J. Washington, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, and the players like I just mentioned for Boston. So it'll be a good series if they end up meeting in the finals. But I'm still got the Timberwolves, man. I ain't saying it's over with for them. I picked the Wolves at the beginning of the series. I'm sticking to it. Timberwolves in 7, like I said.
Absolutely.
Ant-Man gonna get it together. Ant-Man definitely gonna get it together. Before I let you go, real quick, give me your thoughts on the JB Bickerstaff fire. How you feel about that?
Can everybody hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear
Music
you.
not too loud.
We can hear you.
The JB Bickerstaff fire. I don't understand. I do understand that a lot of people didn't want JB. Wanted him to get fired. They didn't want J. They didn't want JB to stay because of his questionable uh, play calling, his rotation, stuff like that. But let's face it, JB only could he could only play with what he was given, right? That's like saying you give me, you know what I'm saying, you deal me we dealing a hand in spades, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only get 2 books. I got a handful of diamonds. It's not
Right,
gonna do nothing.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
What you expect me to do?
right.
So I feel like they should have been able to add the necessary piece and maybe keep JB, unless they've had their eye on a specific coach for quite some time, and they feel like now is the time to make a move because JB would be up for an extension next year because it'll be his 5 years, and they feel like he did pretty much what they needed him to do as far as uh, get the team developed to where they are competitive in the playoffs, which we made it out the first round barely. But I know Dan Gilbert about to get more involved, and that's scary.
But they also
Because
said another reason why he got fired was because him and Donovan Mitchell wasn't getting along. I didn't see nothing.
I didn't see nothing neither. So I really that's a lot of speculation.
Right.
And I just can't really rock with that because here it is, you know, there's been no rough rumbles or rumbling throughout the whole season. Now Marcus Morris come on and say, well, it was a little, you know what I'm saying? It was a little tight up in the locker room, tight chest. Everybody was tight chested in tight chested in the locker room or whatever with JB, and it was a little off. Okay, well, why is that coming out now after he's been fired? Is that really real?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that really real? So I really don't know what to believe, and it's tough because the Cleveland media, blasted JB all season. The fans blasted JB all season. I mean, don't get me. We came on the podcast and questioned his rotation, questioned his play calling in certain situations. And as sportscast, as sports talk radio, or any type of analyst or any type of fan, we sit there, watch the game, and analyze everything, or try to at least. But I don't think it really should have cost it his job. I do feel like he got a better chance to go out there in LA. And it might have just his career here may have propelled him to go out to LA because he already has a relationship, or his father has a relationship with Bron. If Bron and them don't come back here, so I don't know. This offseason is about to get real interesting with Dan Gilbert involved because he's ready to win now, and I think he's really ready to win without trying to bring LeBron back.
Well, we'll know how Donovan Mitchell really felt. If he signed that extension, then we know maybe that could be true about him and JB Bickerstaff. But if he don't sign that extension, then yeah, I agree with you that it had to be all speculation. Because if you got a problem with a coach and they fired a coach, and you say you happy in your current situation, then you would sign an extension if you really are happy. So
correct. You would have signed your extension before they got rid of Bickerstaff. See what I'm saying? Sort of like an insurance policy, like, all right, I'm gonna sign my extension, but get rid of him and give me another coach. Right. But now you can't, you know what I'm saying? Once you done fired the man, you can't double back and say, oh, well, he's not staying, so we need you to you know what I'm saying? He's not staying, so we need you to come back and coach the team. You can't get that off.
Right.
You already let the man go.
Right. Yeah, we'll find out. Real quick. NCAA about to start paying college athletes. Finally.
It's about damn time.
Yes.
It's about damn time.
Yes.
You wouldn't have had the situations with Maurice Claret and all of those, you know what I'm saying, all of those boosters that was paying these players, you know what I'm saying, giving them Escalades, giving them navigators, giving them, Tahoes and trucks and luxurious things, homes and stuff like that for their mamas. These kids come from the ghetto, man. Some of the most prolific stars of the league or that's going to college come from the ghetto, man. Or they come from less fortunate. They need that bread, man. I know what it's like to be in college. And guess what? Let me tell you, no help, bro. I wasn't on no scholarship. I wasn't playing sports, so I wasn't athletic. I didn't have no scholarship. You know what I'm saying? I'm just there trying to get through, right?
Right.
Guess what was in my cabinets? Ramen noodles, Campbell soups. You know what I'm saying? Gave Plasma to eat pizza and wings. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. They should have been paying them boys, man. Should have been paying them.
They make
it's not about the white, the black, or it's not about that. It's about every college player. You using a likeness on these NCAA sports games anyway.
Yep.
Go on, let these boys get some of that money,
Yep.
man. Let them
Yep.
get a percentage, man.
Yep.
What's wrong with them? Let them take care of
Yep.
their family, man, like they want to.
And they bringing money to y'all colleges, y'all. You know what I'm saying? All that. So yeah, I'm with you, man. This about time is well overdue.
Yeah.
I think that NIL situation, when that started, that really started sparking up the talks about it. So I'm happy. I'm happy for the players, and not just that, but they also, to my understanding, I'm hearing that they go basically back pay like $10 million and back pay to players, like I guess former players. You know what I'm saying, for all this stuff that's happening now as far as them paying student athletes, man. So,
10 million?
yeah, I believe it's like 10 million, either 10 million or I think they said 10 million.
They owe a lot more than that, brother. They owe a lot more than that.
I don't want to say it was 10 billion. I believe I saw the M next to the 10. So I mean, I could be wrong because I can't see half the time. Finally got my glasses on, so
Right.
I could be wrong, but no, it's good, man. It's good for college athletes, man. It's good, man. Like I said, that's gonna help them, as you just elaborated what you had to go through while you was in school. So that's some of these players, man. Like they put money in the school's pockets, put some money in their pockets, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, help them out.
It's only right, man. So not only can they take care of themselves, they might have a situation where they gotta take care of their mamas, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, trying to get their mamas up out the projects or out of a less fortunate situation. That mortgage need to be paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she trying to help them pay for college, and she about to lose her house. Come on, man. It's only right, man. On all levels.
You're right. I'm the number one recruit. You want me to come there?
Yeah.
Give my mama a house. You know what I'm saying? Hook my mom up or whatever it is may be, man. Whatever. So, yeah, big ups to the NCAA, man. I'm happy for these players. Get y'all money, man. Get y'all money. Now is our time. Hey, man, I appreciate you for hopping in real quick. I know.
Man, no problem, man. I'm about to get back to this card table, baby.
I hear you, man. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna catch you Monday.
Absolutely. We on Monday for sure.
Yes, sir. Be safe. Peace out. Yeah, so again, big ups to the NCAA, man. Now paying they college athletes, man. Again, y'all, this is a special Saturday show. Not an original show, just a special Saturday show for me to get some things off that needed to be discussed and talked about. I appreciate everybody for tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, and the Signature Series Network. It was fun. It was a pleasure. I'm glad y'all took time out y'all Saturday evening to chill with your boy one time. Don't forget to subscribe to all the Facebook pages at Antoine Spivey and at the Inside Scoop. Follow, like, share, get the word out there, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel and to the Signature Series Network, man. Again, I'm your boy Spivey. This is the Inside Scoop. We're going to catch y'all Monday with more hot topics. Until then, y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe. We out of here.